Welcome in, folks, to the local community hour here on WRMN AM 1410. We're broadcasting here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Happy Monday, and it's the first day of June. It's June the 1st, June 1st, 2026. How exciting is that? On this lovely day today, a little bit overcast skies that we are seeing. If you are listening here on that AM 1410 dial, that means it's the 2 o'clock segment. If you're watching us here on the YouTube side of things, you could be watching us at any time, but live at the 9 o'clock segment here. So we appreciate everyone who is coming in, tuning in today here to WRMN AM 1410. Let's start off here with the weather and temperatures, and then we will go through some of the, we'll go through an inspirational story. And then we'll also go through, of course, a little bit of a recap here for the Sox game that I did attend. I had a great time, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that. I'll even share some pictures as well, too, so stay tuned for that. But let's go through the weather and temperatures for what we see for the day today. We see a high of 73. That's what we're going to be hitting up today. A mixture of clouds and sun, and that was earlier, followed by some cloudier skies in the afternoon. Partly cloudy skies coming through for later tonight with a low of 51 degrees is in that forecast. For Tuesday, tomorrow, we see a high of 77. It's going to be mainly sunny. So even though it's a little bit more on the cloudier side of things today, it is going to start to clear up a little bit. We see mainly sunny skies and a high of 77 with a low of 49 degrees. And I'm glad that last night we did get a little bit of a drizzle. That was pretty nice. Definitely well needed for the flowers to start blooming a little bit more, and for Mother Nature to just naturally do it without us having to fill up our water tanks and the watering cans. Watering tanks. It would be a small miniature tank, I guess you could call it. Watering cans to be able to water the flowers and the plants and all that good stuff, and raise our water bills. A low of 49 degrees is coming up. That'll be for tomorrow night. For Wednesday, it's the middle of the week, hump day. We see intervals of clouds and sunshine. High of about 83 degrees. It drops down to a low of about 57 coming up for Wednesday night. Heading on into Thursday, we see a high of 86, some sun in the morning, and then it does start to increase a little bit more with clouds during the afternoon. It does drop down to a low of 66 degrees. Partly cloudy skies during the evening, which will give way to cloudier skies overnight. Wind speeds are predicted to be at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So that's coming up for Thursday. For Friday, a high of 81, increased amount of clouds and showers during the afternoon. We see a low of about 66, so we do start to see a little bit more of some rain coming through. Now, Saturday, it does say it's going to rain. Now, I know that we do have the Elgin Pride Parade coming up on Saturday. I'm going to be out there. We're going to be having Isaiah Grass will also be out there, too, of the Isaiah Grass Show. He'll be out there with me, but it is predicted to be scattered showers and thunderstorms, it does say. So the chance of rain throughout the whole day is predicted at 50%, so we'll have to wait and see. Maybe you'll have to get your umbrellas out there, your colorful umbrellas, so you can still be in fashion, but that's what we're expected for Saturday the 6th, dropping down to a low of 63, overcast with rain showers at times, it does say, so scattered around the day. Heading on into Sunday the 7th, a high of 84, cloudy skies during the morning hours, followed by scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. It drops down to a low of 63 degrees coming up. Partly cloudy skies are going to be continuing on throughout the day, and that'll be for Sunday. Heading on into Monday next week, a week from today, a high of 85, considerable amount of clouds with some decrease in clouds later in the day, dropping down to a low of 66. And again, we are finally in the month of June. So with that being said, lots of fun things to do and so much to do around the Fox River Valley area. And we are definitely going to be talking about that today and throughout the rest of this week. Now, we also want to remind you that tomorrow is Travel Tuesdays with Cruises International, and we also have Medicare Made ABCD Easy. So Medicare Made ABCD Easy will be live at the 9 o'clock segment, And then Travel Tuesdays with Cruises International will be live at 11 o'clock, and it'll replay at 2 o'clock and also the 3 o'clock segment. Now, Shauna is out. She is actually traveling for work, so we are going to be having a special guest coming in, and so I'm looking forward to that. That'll be coming up tomorrow. Taking a look at the pollen breakdown, it does look like tree pollen is very high today, but then it does start to become a little bit more on the moderate side for the rest of the week. So that's something, I guess, to look forward to. The grass pollen is supposed to be very high, though, throughout this whole week. But that's the weather and temperature is what we're going to be seeing for the rest of this week and also into next week as well, too. So you can check it out, of course, on your local the app that you use, whatever you like. Of course, you can do that. Let's see what our inspirational story of the day is today. This is posted by Emily on June 1st. A small interaction with my neighbor completely made my morning and reminded me why community matters. This is posted under Real Stories on sunnyskies.com. I was walking outside earlier today, feeling a bit overwhelmed and just stuck in my own head about all the things I need to get done. I probably looked visibly stressed out or distracted while walking down the street, completely oblivious to my surroundings. Out of nowhere, one of my neighbors who was out watering their garden noticed me, gave me a huge wave, and paid me a really genuine, unexpected compliment about my outfit. We ended up chatting for about a minute or two about the nice weather before I kept walking. It was such a brief, casual moment, but it instantly snapped me out of my bad mood, and it made me feel so much lighter. It's crazy how a tiny bit of unexpected kindness from someone living nearby can completely reshape your entire outlook for the afternoon and make the world feel a lot friendlier. So thank you to the user named Emily for posting this, wherever you might be, of course. We thank you for posting the story. You can also post your own story. You can find it at sunnyskies.com if you want to do that. Of course, feel free to check it out for more information. There's a lot of other good real stories. And actually, a lot of these posts now have like a trademark on there that it's real stories. So they recently added some of this too. It's tell me something good. They have a little icon at the bottom there with a cute little puppy on there. They recently started adding these to the feel good stories as kind of a little trademark there, I guess you could say. Tell me something good. And it's always good to tell you something good, of course, especially on days when maybe you're a little bit down, you're seeing the news and it seems to not be good. You think to yourself, what could be worse? Well, of course, there's lots of other things that could be worse, but if you want to cheer yourself up, sunnyskies.com is the website to go to. They always have something fun to offer, so feel free to check it out because there's always something good to talk about. Taking a look at the time here, we are going to be taking a quick time out. When I come back, we'll talk a little bit about the White Sox game and how Colson Montgomery, who I know was throwing some shade at some of some of his teammates there. If you were at the game or you watched it, you know what I mean. They have I think it's called something dirt. It's like ball game dirt or something. It's supposed to be funny. You know, it's like who is most likely to be locked out of their phone, or who's more likely to fall on the sidewalk. And then they, you know, it was Colson Montgomery that was kind of throwing the shade, but he did pretty darn well, and many did others as well too. So we'll talk about that. I'll talk about my experience at the White Sox game, and we'll go through this article posted on the Daily Herald. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more here on the local community hour, WRMN AM 1410. We'll be back with more in just a little bit.
Welcome to downtown Elgin, where businesses, community, and creativity come together. The Downtown Neighborhood Association provides valuable, complimentary services to all downtown businesses, organizations, property owners, and residents, helping you gain exposure and thrive. Whether you're already part of the district or exploring a new downtown location, DNA is here to help your vision grow. Join us in creating a vibrant, connected, and successful downtown Elgin. Call now 847-488-1456 or you can email info@downtownelgin.com. As for Jennifer Facala, Downtown Neighborhood Association, where the heart of business beats strong.
Looking to set sail on your dream vacation? Cruises International has you covered. Specializing in land and sea getaways, they're here to make your vacation unforgettable. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, they offer personalized service with a global network of specialists to ensure your trip is tailor-made just for you. Call today at 800-255-7447 to speak with a cruise and vacation expert. And don't miss Travel Tuesdays on WRMN AM 1410 every first Tuesday of the month from 11 to 12 p.m. on out to lunch. That's Cruises International. Your vacation, your way.
Building a house is hard, but have you tried removing one? Flood Brothers takes the mess out of demolition. With fast roll-off dumpster delivery, reliable debris pickup, and a family-owned team that takes service personally. Call 630-261-0400 or visit floodbrothersdisposal.com. Flood Brothers Disposal, proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
Before the weather gets too cold, it's time to finish up those outdoor jobs. That's why ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and to the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
Join your co-hosts Mike Tooman and Paul Burvitt on our weekly radio hour, Chief Guard of the Republic, where we talk about all things national security, defense, personal security, safety, and dealing with law enforcement situations. Call in 847-931-1410. Ask us questions. We will get you answers. Every week, Saturday, noon to 1 on 1410 AM WRMN Elgin. Streaming on WRMN1410.com. Chat with us on WRMN's YouTube live channel.
And welcome back, folks, to the local community hour here on WRMN AM 1410. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today on this lovely Monday morning, if it's on the YouTube side of things, afternoon, if it is the 2 o'clock segment that you're listening in through. We want to say, of course, a big thank you to all of the listeners out there for listening to WRMN AM 1410. Got some exciting things coming up here, of course, that you can check out. We also want to say a big thank you to the sponsor for today's show, of course, St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Get back to doing what you love with expert orthopedic and spine care at St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Of course, they offer exciting reward career opportunities where your passion for care meets their commitment to excellence. And of course, you can strive for excellence with St. Joseph Hospital. You can trust your health to excellence. Trust St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, a member of Prime Healthcare. Call them today at 847-931-5525 or visit their website at stjosephelgin.com to schedule your appointment and to learn more. Remember, they also do have their ER wait time as well, too, so you can find it live on their website. If you want to find a provider, of course, that is also available on their website. They do offer information on services that you can find, too. You can also take a look at medical clinics, patients, and don't forget, of course, they also do offer payment plans. So good to take a look at that as well. Speak to your doctor, pharmacist, whoever, of course. But yes, that is St. Joseph Hospital, located at 77 North Airlight Street in Elgin. So thank you for sponsoring today's show in the Community Hour. Let's take a little look-see here at the Sox game. Yes, it was quite the success indeed. I had a pretty good time myself. I enjoyed of course, enjoying the scene of the White Sox at the Rate Field and at the stadium. Quite a beautiful day it was indeed. There was a nice breeze outside. It was nice and sunny. So that was something that I very much enjoyed. You could see the beautiful Chicago skyline. Lots of great things to do, of course, when it comes to going to any kind of a game like this. I was able to get some higher seats, paid a little extra for it. Not too bad, of course, totally worth it. And we were in the shade, so that was pretty nice. I was able to see, of course, all of the plays there at Rate Field. So very cool to see that. So yes, it was nice. We were under the shade, and so there was also a little bit of a breeze, so it wasn't too cold outside or it wasn't too hot outside. So we enjoyed that, and it was definitely very crowded there. I had to park in section L, which was a little bit further out, but that's okay. It means that I was able to get some of the walk-in, which I definitely needed. But yes, very nice. And you can also check out some videos posted onto our Facebook page. Now for the Daily Herald stories posted by Matt Carlson yesterday on thedailyherald.com. Colson Montgomery homers as White Sox rally in 7th to top Tigers at 2-1. Colson Montgomery homered and Tristan Peters' RBI single put Chicago ahead as the White Sox rallied with 2 runs in the 7th inning to beat the slumping Detroit Tigers 2-1 on Sunday for their 5th straight win. Detroit lost for the 21st time in 25 games despite a terrific start by Keider Montero, who allowed just 2 hits in the 6 shutout innings. Montgomery hit his 15th homer, a drive to the right field off reliever Drew Anderson, 2-3 to tie it. Chicago followed with 3 straight singles to take the lead and then held on for a series sweep. Spencer Torkelson doubled home a run in the first and finished with 2 hits for Detroit. Kevin McGonigal singled, walked twice, and scored. Montero walked none and struck out 4 in matching his longest outing this season. The right-hander permitted only an infield single to Riku Nishida and Peters' double. Chicago starter Sean Burke yielding 1 run and 3 hits while striking out 6 and walking 2 in 5 1/3 innings. Brandon Eisert, 1-0, got the final out in the 7th. Tyler Davis recorded 2 outs for his first career saved after third baseman Miguel Vargas made a diving catch of Riley Green's foul pop-up over the tarp for the first out in the 9th. I did see that as well, too. He got quite a bit of dust on him. Chicago's first baseman Jacob Gonzalez made his major league debut and singled in the 7th. He was called up for Triple-A on Saturday after the White Sox placed slugger Munetaka Murakami on the injured list with a right hamstring strain. Yes, unfortunately he was injured, but it sounds like he's going to be okay. Detroit pitcher Justin Verlander, the oldest player in the majors at 43, will make a rehab start for Triple-A Toledo at Iowa on Thursday. Up next, White Sox RHP David Sandlin faces Twins RHP Joe Ryan in Minnesota on Monday. Sandlin allowed 1 hit over 6 innings in his debut last Wednesday. So a very successful game. I enjoyed it myself too. Tried to kind of get into the feel of the sports side of things, something that, of course, our sports department here at WRMN are very, very familiar with. And if you go onto our Facebook page, you can see that our very own Mike Napolitano was out there and even got to take his shirt off and fling it around with those guys who were very much on the screen a lot of the time at the game that I noticed on their giant Rate Field screen. They got a lot of attention, I noticed as well. But hey, it's fine. It's definitely a fun game, and it's fun to see all of the fun things that are, to be a part of it too. It's very cool. So congratulations, of course, to the White Sox, and hoping for the best continuing on, as well as we are affiliates with the White Sox here on WRMN. Let's see some other things that are also going on here locally in the Fox River Valley area. This is posted by KaneCountyConnects.com. This was a couple days ago. Kane County Bar Association expands services with Safe Driving program. The Kane County Bar Association officially launched a Safe Roads Kane County Driving School program in April after taking over administration of the court-supervised traffic safety program that was previously operated by Waubonsie Community College. The transition follows the 2025 agreement with the 16th Judicial Circuit and a Supreme Court ruling affirming the Chief Judge's authority over administration of the program. The Safe Roads Kane County program provides traffic safety education for drivers receiving court supervision for minor traffic violations. Eligible drivers may complete either online or in-person defense driving classes offered in Elgin, St. Charles, and Aurora. Participants can also now choose class dates and times that best fit their schedules throughout a new registration system. Officials say that the program creates a new revenue source for the nonprofit Bar Association, which relies on membership dues to support its operations and professionals programs. It was established in 1858. The Kane County Bar Association is the oldest bar association in Illinois, and it also today includes more than 1,000 attorneys, judges, paralegals, and law students. You can learn more about the Kane County Bar Association and the other programs that are featured and offered, including also resources at www.kanecountybar.org is where you can go to. And of course, you can find this posted on their website. That's KaneCountyConnects.com. And of course, you can also check out some really cute little fur babies. Kane County Animal Control Pet of the Week includes Royal, a beautiful feline with very wide eyes indeed. Quite the striking cat that she is. And like so many who wind up, unfortunately, in shelters, she came in as a stray, no owner, no microchip, no one to contact, no one to let her know she is here. But she is available, and you can find her at KaneCountyPets.com. Please feel free to reach out. And it does say the adoption fee for dogs is $200 and $100 for cats. Adoption for 2 dogs is $300 and $150 to adopt 2 cats, it says. And then once again here, all Kane County Animal Control adoptable cats and dogs are sprayed and neutered, microchipped, up to date on all vaccines, including also rabies as well too. So you can find this and more posted. That is on KaneCountyConnects.com. So feel free to check that out for more information. This is wrapping it up here for the first half-hour segment of the Community Hour. Thank you, everyone, of course, for tuning in today. And we are going to be back with more coming up in just a little bit. We'll go through a couple other news stories. Elgin's Natives Garage-born hot sauce biz is on fire after a big contest win. Schaumburg is adjusting ambulance fees to discourage non-medical calls for paramedics, and also some information, again, on some fun things that you can do during the weekdays and weekends here in the Fox River Valley area. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a little bit.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Hey, I've been thinking about replacing my windows, but I have no idea where to start. Isn't it a huge hassle?
Not with Window Concepts. We make the whole process simple, from your first consultation to professional installation.
Really? I always thought it would take forever and cost a fortune.
Actually, we offer premium, energy-efficient windows at affordable prices and even flexible financing options, including 0% for 18 months.
Okay, well, that definitely helps. But what about quality?
We've been a family-owned business for over 40 years, and we take pride in expert craftsmanship and honest service. Plus, our windows are designed to improve comfort and lower your energy bills.
So you handle everything?
Everything. We start with a free consultation, give you a custom quote, and then install your windows with precision and care.
That sounds easy.
It is. Window Concepts, we keep it simple, no gimmicks, just great windows and great service.
All right, I'm in. How do I get started?
Call Window Concepts today for your free quote, and let's turn your dream windows into reality. Call 847-621-2680.
Mental health challenges can affect people at any age, including older adults. At St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, we provide compassionate inpatient mental health care designed specifically for seniors, including support for depression, anxiety, and cognitive changes. No one has to face these challenges alone. Learn more at stjosephelgin.com. St. Joseph Hospital, caring for our communities for 125 years.
Ever tried balancing a dozen eggs in one hand while hopping on one foot? Or maybe juggling cats while riding the unicycle? Sounds ridiculous, right? But guess what? That's exactly what texting while driving is like. Your human brain only has the capacity to focus on one thing at a time. So when you're behind the wheel, give driving your undivided attention.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Finding a reputable business shouldn't require luck or chance. But how can you tell who you can trust? Pro tip, the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better, check with the BBB first, because better businesses are honest and commit to high ethical standards bureau. That's why they're better. Always look for the sign of a better business and find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Elgin isn't just a city. It's a community built on connection, innovation, and opportunity. And at the heart of it all is the Elgin Chamber of Commerce. For over a century, the Elgin Chamber has helped local businesses grow, connecting entrepreneurs, advocating for progress, and inspiring the leaders of tomorrow. Whether you're a new business just starting out or an established company looking to expand, the Elgin Chamber is your partner for success. Join a powerful network of leaders making a difference in our community every day. Together, we're shaping the future of Elgin one connection at a time. Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce, where business and community grow together. Call now, 847-741-5660, or go to info@elginchamber.com. Contact Carol Gieske.
Welcome back, folks, into the local community hour here on WRMN AM 1410. I see you, Brendan. I see you in the comments section here on the YouTube side of things. Thanks for tuning in today. Greatly appreciate that, buddy. We hope that you're enjoying this lovely day today. Don't forget, of course, you can find us on our website, WRMN1410.com. That's WRMN1410.com. You can find, of course, our lineup there. Check out information on the air, morning show, Fox Sports Radio, and a whole lot more that you can find, of course. Check it out for our lineup and more. That's at WRMN1410.com. Of course, you can also find us on our Facebook page, WRMN1410.com. Recently, of course, we're out at the Gilbert's Community Days, so you can find that video that's also been posted, which is fun to watch. White Sox, let's go. Of course, I posted that video out there. It got over 1,000 views. You can also find some other videos that have also been posted as well. So definitely feel free to check that out. We were hacked, but we are back up and running again, thankfully. So that's good. So our account did get hacked, our Facebook page, but we are back up and running again. So that's good. So that's very good. We were able to figure it out, thankfully. Let's take a look here at some other news articles. He's heating up. Elgin natives' garage-born hot sauce business is on fire after a big contest win. This was posted by Rick West of the Daily Herald. Excuse the deep callback to Zoolander, but Chief David Heatley is so hot right now. The Elgin native who launched Chef Heatley's Hot Pepper Farm hot sauces during the pandemic recently took home top honors at the New York City Hot Sauce Expo, winning Best in Show for a field of over 5,000 sauces. He said, saying, quote, "I was numb when I found out about it. You're talking 5,000 sauces? I'm an optimist, but come on, that's crazy." Heatley entered 3 of his limited edition sauces in the contest, including Smashin' Pumpkin, Da Pope, and You Are Dead to Me, which each won in its category, and You Are Dead to Me winning Best in Show. "This was huge," he said. "I was mind blown. The sauce line has come a long way in a short period of time." Heatley spent his 30-ish year career as a chef working in restaurants and country clubs. He was an experienced banquet chef at White Pines Golf Club in Bensonville when the pandemic hit and he got furloughed. He said, saying, quote, "I had to find something to keep me busy, so I just started growing hot pepper plants. I ended up with so much I had to find something to do with them." He got a cottage license and started out making sauces in his garage in Montgomery. Once he did, he had figured out how to sell them. "I'd been stuck in a kitchen for over 30 years. I had never even been to a farmer's market," he said. His first big market was back in his hometown, selling at the downtown Elgin market back in 2021. He said, saying, quote, "That was just the start. That was when I knew I had something. I just got a tremendous reaction from people who tried it there." He started hiring kids from his neighborhood to help sell at other markets across the suburbs, including Arlington Heights, Bartlett, and also Geneva. Since then, the venues have gotten bigger, and so has the company. He moved to a storefront in Sandwich, Illinois that had space in the back for him to cook, bottle, and box his products. He now has a dozen employees. For the past couple of years, Heatley and his staff have been traveling about 700 shows and festivals per year in states as far as Oregon, New Mexico, and New York. Sales have reached about 70,000 bottles a year. Just like back in his garage, everything is still done manually, from cooking the sauces 50 gallons at a time to then hand bottling about 750 bottles per batch. Labels are put on using a hand-cranked machine. While the sauces are available in a few retail stores and online, most sales happen face-to-face at events. He said, saying, quote, "We're a new product. If you put us up on a store shelf, we're just another brand that nobody recognizes. We have to get out in front of people and then educate them about our brand." And what he wants people to know is that the sauce is more operative word when it comes to his products, as opposed to hot. "What I focus on is what we sell is the flavor," he said. "The super hot stuff you see on TV on shows like Hot Ones, that's entertaining, but that's not real world stuff. People want flavor." His current lineup ranges from Knucklehead with no heat to Roasted Reaper with significant heat, but also substantial flavor. In betweens are sauces including bacon chipotle, bourbon steak sauce, mango barbecue sauce, and pizza splash. Each sauce is designed to accentuate a different food. Heatley said, saying, quote, "People always ask me which one is my favorite. It's not about favorites for me. It's about what's for dinner." Ironically, the chef who doesn't embrace heat for heat's sake won his biggest award for his hottest sauce to date with limited edition You Are Dead to Me. "My whole thought process," he said, "is just I don't make super hot stuff. But when I do, I want it to be super flavorful too. While Heatley has always been confident and that he makes good product, the contest win was validating in that confidence, ending by saying, quote, "I know I've succeeded in what I set out to do, but to be recognized for it, unbelievable." So congratulations to you. And yes, I do recognize those hot sauces. I have definitely seen those around here in Elgin. I probably at the markets. I might have even said hi to him because I definitely have seen those for sure. So congratulations to you, of course. And we hope that your successful business continues to be a success in the community. I love this. Small businesses opening up to the community and being successful. We love it, and we love to cover it here on WRMN. So, as always, if you have a business, if you have an organization, and you want to promote with us, you want to let your business shine, let people see what you have to offer, reach out to us. We would love to come to your place for an interview or come here to the station at 14 Douglas Avenue. We would love to initiate some talks and, of course, get you onto the stage because you deserve it. As a small business, we love to recognize that as a community radio station. So feel free to reach out to us anytime, 847-741, 7700. Or, of course, you can also email me, matt@WRMN1410.com. You can email anyone else too, dino@WRMN1410.com, sonar@WRMN1410.com. So feel free to reach out to us. Let's see some other things here too. It looks like, and also in recent news posted by Eric Peterson of the Daily Herald, Schaumburg is adjusting ambulance fees to discourage non-medical calls for paramedics. The Schaumburg Fire Department has joined a recent trend among some northwest suburbs by adjusting ambulance fees to discourage paramedic calls for non-medical reasons. Fire Chief Fabio Puccini told the village's Public Safety Committee the purpose is to reduce the burden on department resources by replacing frequent requests for assistance with lifts or other household help with more appropriate sources of long-term support. Village social workers can help residents make those connections for regular help, he added. No charge would be imposed until the 11th non-transport call with a 12-month period. For those who are truly abusing the system, that number doesn't take long to reach, officials say. The 11th call within a year will cost $100. The 12th will be $250, and each one beyond that will incur a charge at $325. Among these types of frequently requested non-medical assistance are everything from help with personal mobility issues to finding misplaced items when no family members are around to help. The new policy doesn't pertain to calls for a legitimate medical reason that end up without a necessity to transport a person to the hospital. Village trustee Jamie Clare, who chairs the committee, said the proposed change was a great idea whether anyone else was doing it or not. The full village board approved of it last week. Puccini said the additional revenue isn't the motivation of for the change. However, when neighboring Hoffman Estates increased its ambulance fees in 2023 to be more in line with the region, it also took the opportunity to define lift assistance fees for when residents call the fire department to help disabled persons move around or out of their homes, as well as to perform any household tasks. Arlington Heights made changes to its policy just days before Schaumburg did. For individuals there in private residences, there's no charge for the first 3 calls per calendar year. For 4 to 6 occurrences, the fee is $150 each, $200 for 7 to 10 times, and above that is $250. Residents of Arlington Heights nursing homes and assisted living facilities face no charge for the first 6 calls for the entire facility. Fees begin after that at $250 per occurrence. You can read this and more posted. That is on thedailyherald.com. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we got a couple other stories that I want to read to you, of course, and we'll talk about that and more coming up in just a little bit. Stay tuned. You are listening to the Community Hour, WRMN AM 1410, and we'll be back with more in just a little bit. Looking to set sail on your dream vacation? Cruises International has you covered. Specializing in land and sea getaways, they're here to make your vacation unforgettable. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, they offer personalized service with a global network of specialists to ensure your trip is tailor-made just for you. Call today at 800-255-7447 to speak with a cruise and vacation expert. And don't miss Travel Tuesdays on WRMN AM 1410 every first Tuesday of the month from 11 to 12 p.m. on Out to Lunch. That's Cruises International. Your vacation, your way.
Hi, this is Sue with Newman's Corner Pub in Hampshire, Illinois. Are you looking for the perfect hangout spot? Swing by Newman's Corner Pub right at the corner of 72 and State Street in Hampshire. Enjoy fantastic drinks, live music, and a fun crowd that makes every visit special. Test your luck with our hot slots and our Queen of Hearts drawing every Saturday at 3 p.m. Challenge your friends to darts or pool while you're here. Newman's Corner Pub, where every day feels like a weekend. Visit us at Route 72 and State Street in Hampshire. That's Newman's Corner Pub, your new favorite spot.
My name is Ariel. I moved to the U.S. at 19. I spoke no English and I struggled finding job opportunities. Everything I have, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and getting my high school diploma at age 22.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Ever tried balancing a dozen eggs in one hand while hopping on one foot? Or maybe juggling cats while riding the unicycle? Sounds ridiculous, right? But guess what? That's exactly what texting while driving is like. Your human brain only has the capacity to focus on one thing at a time. So when you're behind the wheel, give driving your undivided attention.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Most people out here think that taking care of one another is important. And most people would step up for a neighbor going through a tough time. Most people around here help out friends and family when they need it. But the funny thing is, most of us won't look for help when we need it. If you're struggling with mental health, you should know that there are resources out there that can help. And it's okay to talk about it if you need to. One place to get started with information is loveyourmindtoday.org. Loveyourmindtoday.org offers a range of guides, instructions, and insights for dealing with difficult situations or getting through a tough time. If you're struggling with mental health, get the help you need, because most people out here really care. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
A loved one owns a gun, and for a while now, you've been concerned about their behavior. They're just not acting like themselves. They've been distant, they've been unpredictable, they've been lashing out. They've been saying things that make you worried they might harm themselves or friends or family. Or you're worried this loved one might hurt you. Maybe they recently threatened someone with their gun. You know something needs to be done, and you wish more than anything you could hit pause on this situation. Well, here in Illinois, you can, with a firearm restraining order. In extreme cases, this order temporarily prevents a person in crisis from having a firearm, giving them time to heal before they do something dangerous or even deadly. If you are worried about a loved one in crisis who has access to a firearm, learn more about firearm restraining orders at illinois.gov/pause to heal. A public service announcement brought to you by the Illinois Department of Public Health, Brady, and the Ad Council.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum.
This is Tricia Grosser bringing you the highlights of shopping ads from the papers of June 1st, 1926. They say I'm fussy. I'm ready to admit that so far as pipe tobacco is concerned, I've got ideas. And if insisting on a tobacco that won't bite the tongue or parch the throat is being fussy, you can write guilty alongside my name. I can't speak for anybody else, but personally, I smoke for pleasure. So I smoke Prince Albert. Right after breakfast on up until I switch off the light for the night. Pipe load after pipe load, day after day. Prince Albert treats my tongue as gently as a mother handles a brand new baby. In an ad for campers is the product Flit. In camp or at home, Flit will free you from the nuisance of flies and mosquitoes, and it is clean and safe and easy to use. Flit spray also destroys bedbugs, roaches, and nits. It searches out all the crevices where they hide and breed and destroys the insects and their eggs. Joseph Spiess Company is advertising Sneaks for vacation comfort. The shoes are comfortable, easy to wear, and longer wearing. Every boy and girl in Elgin and vicinity will want to wear them for vacation time comfort. Strongly made in every particular and also attractive, as you can see from the accompanying sketch. Sneaks has genuine molded rubber soles and are laced to the very toe. Priced for the pair is $2.25.
Elgin 100 Years Ago is a presentation of the Elgin History Museum. Be sure to visit the museum located at 360 Park Street in Elgin, open Wednesday through Saturdays 11 to 4. You can also listen to Elgin 100 Years Ago at www.elginhistory.org.
And that's what happened on this day 100 years ago. Of course, a big thank you to the Elgin History Museum for always putting together a lovely recording for each month. You can check out more information at elginhistory.org. You can find information on different events that are going to be coming up, how you can join and donate, and more. The next thing that's going to be coming up for the Elgin History Museum includes their Unsealing the Century, a Masonic Temple time capsule opening celebration. Now, this is coming up June 13th. It's from 1 to 3 p.m. This is the Elgin Masonic Temple Centennial Celebration, as it was established in 1926, honoring all lodges and appendant bodies who called it its home. Time capsule opening ceremony, unveiling the voices, artifacts, and memories sealed for generations, hosted by Elgin Lodge number 117. 100 years ago, the Brothers of Elgin Lodge number 117 and other Masonic bodies sealed their hopes, words, and keepsakes into a capsule, a message in a bottle cast across a century of time. Now that moment has arrived. You are cordially invited to join them as they open what our predecessors entrusted to the future and honor the enduring bond of brotherhood that has carried us from 1926 till today. Come witness history unsealed, share the wonders and the voices of those of the past, and celebrate the living legacy of our lodge with fellowship, reflection, and joy. Very, very cool. If you want to check it out, Elgin History Museum at 360 Park Street. 360 Park Street is where you can find that. So that's from the Elgin Masonic Temple, which was established in 1926. Now, my great-great-grandfather, Conrad, who lived in Elgin since 1890, was a Freemason, but he, I don't think, was part of this because he died in 28. Maybe he was part of it for a little bit, but and he was, I think, maybe part of another lodge somewhere else. That was not this particular one, but still pretty cool. I mean, you can find probably some ancestors in there if you lived in Elgin during this time, if you know that they were maybe part of that Masonic lodge. That is pretty cool to see that too and discover it. So that's posted. That was on Elgin History Museum on their website, elginhistory.org. We only have a couple minutes left here for this hour, so let's go through and see what else is coming up. Fox River Arts Ramble is returning June 6th with some beautiful art demos and live music, posted by Eileen Collins of the Fine Line Creative Arts Center. That was a couple days ago on the Daily Herald. This year's Fox River Arts Ramble returns on Saturday, June 6th from 10 to 4 p.m. During this free one-day event, attendees are invited to visit various numbers of arts and locations in St. Charles and Geneva. Each location will have art on display and artists on hand to meet. More information about these locations can be found at foxriverarts.com. Fine Line Creative Arts Center is located at 37W570 Bolcombe Road in St. Charles. Will once again be one of this year's locations. As in previous years, Fine Line will also have art demonstrations, an artisan market, live music, and a food and drink throughout the day. This year's demonstrations include weaving, silk painting, blacksmithing, ceramics, and the ever-popular glass blowing. This is an opportunity to meet both Fine Line Instructions and some of the many people who have found their community at Fine Line through classes. A Fine Line artisan market has grown each year, and it is a great place to discover both functional and decorative art. This year's lineup features a little mixture of new and returning artists. There's something for everyone at this year's show. It includes glass, jewelry, ceramics, printmaking, painting and drawing, textiles, and wearable art as well. The lineup for this year's live music at Fine Line will also be put together by Ryan Caldwell, owner of Bird Garden Studios in St. Charles. This is a great mixture of some local musicians who are sure to get you to tap your feet. It'll be open at 10 a.m. with Chris Rab, followed by the Honey Spoon at 11 a.m., Ryan Caldwell at noon, Julie Lynn at 1 p.m., Joe Nanzer at 2, and Leslie Hunt at 3 p.m. Throughout the day, a food truck and a locally crafted beer vendor will be on site. Inch's Tacos food truck from Elgin will serve Mexican food, while Riverlands Brewing Company of St. Charles will provide a selection of beer options for you to enjoy as you explore the Fine Line grounds. Fine Line welcomes Vicky from Chris Walk Substance Abuse, who will be on hand to pass out free Narcan, the nasal spray that reverses opioid overdose, and other items. The Fox Rivers Arts Ramble on June 6th is free to attend and will go ahead rain or shine. It's a great opportunity to support local artists and art organizations in St. Charles and Geneva, the area, while enjoying live music, great food, and also drinks. And again, you can check out more information on their website. It's a beautifully designed website showcasing some of their memorable and beautiful glass-blown arts. And you can get your ramble on with the Fox River Arts coming up. That's June 6th from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. It sounds like a great opportunity. Being at any location, visit one location, all, and there are any numbers in between too. So feel free to check it out. That's all posted on their website. Sounds like a really fun event to go to, especially if you're an aspiring artist or you also want to support those who are the artists out there. This does wrap it up here for the 2 o'clock community segment here. Thank you everyone, of course, for tuning in today. We do greatly appreciate all the support that you, the listeners out there, have given to us here on WRMN. So thank you so much for that. Again, thank you to Brendan and for the folks who have been tuning in today on the YouTube side of things. And we hope that you enjoy the rest of your day.